So just gently closing the eyes then, finding yourself a comfortable seat. And we'll just start to focus on our breathing. So you're going to breathe in and out through the nose. And we'll start off with our deep abdominal breath. So we can pop hands on belly if it helps. As we inhale through the nose, the belly rises up. And then exhale through the nose, belly falls back down again. Breathing in, the belly rises. Breathing out, the belly falls back down. Let's just take a couple of really deep breaths like that. Filling the belly up with your inhale, and then we'll let the belly fall back down as we exhale. And then we'll move on to our full yogic breath. So again, if it helps, hand on belly, hand on chest. And this time then with an inhale, the belly, chest and collarbone rising up. And then exhale, collarbone, chest and belly fall back down. Inhaling the belly, chest and collarbone filling up. And exhaling, collarbone, chest and then belly fall back down again. Inhaling all the way up to the top. And exhale all the way back down. Breathing in. And then breathing out. So we'll try and keep the breath going like this then for the rest of the class. So just taking a bit of an easier option if we've started to lose this breath. And as always, if you need to stop and have a drink or a rest, then just doing that whenever you need one. So let's gently blink those eyes open, then we'll take the left hand out to the side, and with an inhale, we'll reach the right arm up. And then exhaling, reaching over the top. Inhaling back to the ceiling again. Then exhale, we'll bring the hand back down. Good, same on the other side, reaching up with an inhale. And then exhaling over the top. Inhaling back up again. And as we exhale, we'll bring the hand back down. Good, we'll take a twist, right hand on left knee, left hand out behind us. So we're lifting up nice and tall. And then we're twisting that chest open as we breathe out. Well, with an exhale, let's come back round to centre. Swapping over then, same thing on the other side. So we're lifting up with an inhale. And twisting that chest open as we exhale. And with an exhale, then let's come back round to centre. Good, and we'll come on to hands and knees. So knees underneath those hips, wrists, elbows, shoulders stacked as well. Let's do cat-cow. So with an inhale, we'll let the belly drop down into cow. And then exhale into cat. Breathing in, then into cow. And then breathing out. Moving with the breath, so inhaling. And then exhale. One more of each, inhaling. And then exhaling. Good. So with an inhale then, let's come back up, hands and knees. We'll spread the fingers wide. Tuck the toes under, lifting those hips to the ceiling, then into your downward dog. So soft bend through the knees if you need to, or we'll start to walk those feet out, stretching the backs of the legs, really working the top of the head towards those hands, shoulders still moving up the back. With an inhale then, let's roll the weight forward into a plank. Now if you find chaturanga difficult, then bring your knees down for this next bit. As we exhale, we're going to lower ourselves today all the way down onto the mat and tuck the toes. With an inhale then, lifting and lengthening into a cobra, really lengthening out through the top of the head, elbows with those ribs. Good. Same thing then. So if you struggle with chaturanga, use your knees. Tuck the toes under then, squeeze the elbows in. Push yourself back up in one long line into a plank. And then as we exhale, push those hips back into a downward dog. Good. Finding that deep breath, taking some movement with those feet if we need to. So same again then. So with an inhale, roll that weight forward into a plank. Exhale, either bring the knees down or lower to lay down. And tuck the toes and lengthen forward with an inhale. Same thing then. Tuck your toes under, use your knees if you need to. As we inhale, press down, lift up into a plank. And then exhale, push yourself up and back into your downward dog. Good. Let's take some deep breaths. With your inhale, let's look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, let's fold over those legs. And with an inhale, press through the feet, let's reach to the ceiling. Exhale, let's draw the hands to center. Brilliant. Into a couple of forward folds. So reaching up with an inhale. Exhale, let's fold forward, half rise. Hands on thighs, on shins, or fingertips on the floor. Soft bend through the knees, and let's really pull the top of the head forward and feel a stretch at the backs of those legs. With an inhale, let's press through those feet, reach the arms to the ceiling. And then exhale, we'll draw the hands to center. Brilliant. Into another one, inhale. Exhale, let's fold forward and come all the way down. Bend the knees so your belly's on your thighs, and let's interlace those hands behind our back. So any neck or shoulder issues, we'll keep the hands where they are. If not, we'll start to lift the hands off that lower back. Forehead softening towards the shin, so there's no tension in the neck. With an exhale then, hands back down onto the mat. Inhale to press through the feet. Let's reach to the ceiling. And exhale, we'll draw those hands to center. Good. So with an inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, fold forward, nice flat back. Inhale, half rise, look forward. And then exhale, let's refold. Inhaling then into a plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, or roll yourself up into an up dog. Good, with an exhale, let's lift the hips up and back into downward dog. So press the weight through both feet in that right hand, reach the left arm backwards. So we can grab around that right thigh or work the hand further down towards the ankle to make it a little bit trickier. Twisting the chest open, we're looking under that right armpit. Try some deep breaths. With an exhale, let's bring the hands back down. Inhale, look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale, push down, reach up. And exhale, hands to center. Same again, then inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half rise. And exhale to refold. Inhaling into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Maybe coming up into up dog again. And then exhale, let's go backwards into downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple of deep breaths. So pressing down through both feet and the left hand this time. Take your right hand over to your left leg. So further up the leg is easier, down towards the ankles a bit trickier, and then we'll start to look under the left armpit. But with this exhale, let's bring the hands back to center. Inhale, look forward, bring the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's reach the arms to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring those hands to center. Great, feet together then if we can, sides of the feet touch. Let's lift up through the top of the head as we inhale. Exhale in nice and low into chair. As we exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Let's take a twist, pulling the left knee back. Working the right shoulder open. Or with an exhale, shift the weight into your right foot and take that left leg back. We're into a lunge. Left knee on the floor then if you need to. Working that twist, opening the chest, pressing through the whole of that right foot. As we exhale then, let's drop those hands down either side of your right foot. Can we sink the hips down into a runner's lunge? Chest moves forward, top of the head lifts. Let's find some deep breaths there. So the left knee can come down if that feels better. Hands can come under your, and blocks can come under your hands as well if that feels good. Good, so with an exhale, let's drop the left heel down. Right hand then to the inside or the outside of that right foot. Maybe taking the bind, right arm underneath the right leg. Woo, interlacing those hands. Drawing the left shoulder back. Or we can take an easier option, hand to the inside of the leg, resting the forearm on that right thigh. So if we haven't got the bind, with an inhale, we'll take the left arm up. Reaching the arm overhead for even more of a stretch, or left hand can stay on that lower back wherever we can. Good. So if you've got the bind, see if your left shoulder's leaning forward. I'm going to try and draw it back. Imagine the left shoulder's trying to stack on top of the right one. And rolling the shoulders towards the inside of that right leg. Good. So with an exhale, turn the gaze down, hands either side of your right foot. Let's turn onto the left toes. And with an inhale, we're into a plank. Exhale, we're lowering the body down. Inhale, sliding forward, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, we're going back into a downward dog. Good. And slowing that breath down, and if it's starting to get away with you a little bit, with an inhale, let's look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, let's fold over those legs. Inhale, push through your feet, reach to the ceiling. And then exhale, draw the hands to center. Good, sides of the feet touch. So let's take an inhale and lift up. Exhale, nice and low, then into your chair. Finding a spot to focus on. Hips sink down as the chest lifts up. And as we exhale then, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Keep the hips sinking down and the chest opening up. As we exhale then, shift the weight into your left foot. And take your right leg back. Starting to twist round again. Right knee down then if we need to. Whole of the left foot presses down. Focusing on that breath. As we exhale then, hands down either side of that left foot even, sinking those hips down then into that runner's lunge. So hips sink down, chest moves forward, top of the head lifts up. Good, right knee down then if you need to. Brilliant. So with an exhale, let's drop the right heel down. Same thing then, extended side angle, outside or inside of the foot with your left hand. Taking that bind then, left arm underneath the right, left arm underneath the left leg even, right arm over the top. Pull your right shoulder back. Really working the chest open. Easier option, hand to the inside or rest it on the thigh. Wherever we are, then we're pressing into the right foot, and with an inhale, if you've not got the bind, reaching to the ceiling. Maybe reaching over the top or hands onto that lower back. Good. So wherever we are, we're thinking about lengthening down the sides of the body. Great. So with an exhale, look down to the left foot, drop the hands down, turn onto your right toes. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, slide forward, cobra or up dog. Exhale, let's lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. So use your downward dog then as that little rest. Inhale, look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press through the feet, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to center. Good, sides of the feet touch. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, nice and low into chair. Or with an exhale again, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Take a twist. Breathing in. As we breathe out then, weight in the right leg, take the left foot back. But with this exhale, hands either side of your right foot, come into that runner's lunge. As we exhale, let's drop the left heel down. Taking an option, I probably wouldn't take a bind just because we're not here very long, so take any option you can. Good. So with an exhale, drop the hands down. Let's take those feet out wide into a wide leg forward fold. Soft knees then, making sure we're not overlocking the knees out, stretching the top of the head forward. And as we exhale, elbows work towards each other. Let's start to soften the body down. Tucking the chin towards the chest, working with your breath. So lengthening forward with an inhale and relaxing the body down as we exhale. Good. So with an inhale, rise back up about level with those hips. Heel toe those feet in towards each other then. So they're about as wide as your mat. We're coming into a squat. We'll keep the feet position the same then, heels in, toes out. Let's take an inhale. Exhale then, heels down if you can, rising up onto those toes if you need to. We'll try and sink the hips down. Elbows to the inside of the knees can work as a bit of a lever. Press the legs out a little bit wider. And then if we imagine the top of the head's lifting up to the ceiling, shoulders down away from the ears. Yeah, good. So with an exhale, drop the hands back down, lift the hips back up. So we'll keep the feet about where they are, maybe take them just out a little bit wider. Let's start to bend our right knee just ever so slightly because we're going to bring our right elbow to tuck underneath that right leg as much as we can. And then we've got this kind of internal rotation with the right arm. So if you imagine the top doesn't move, we've got the thumb up. And we're going to do that with the hands. So the upper arm stays where it is, but thumb goes from up to down, and that's the position that we're going to move the lower arm into. So right arm's underneath, take it out behind, and start to start to turn the arm round so we can take the bind. Left arm comes over the top, and we're going to try and bind around our thigh rather than our bum. So if you're finding that it's hands are slipping over to your bum, using a tea towel or your jumper as a bit of an extension of the hand, just make a bit of a lasso, take it over the top, and then interlacing with grabbing the top and the bottom of that instead. Now if that feels all right, a bit more of an advanced position here then is straighten the right leg and draw the left shoulder back, look to the ceiling. So we're using the arm and the bind to really press that right leg out. Yes. Really good, well done. So with an exhale, then undo those hands. Turn the right toes back round to the straight edge of your mat. Frame your foot with those hands. Let's turn onto the left toes. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to lower yourself. Inhale, slide forward. And then as we exhale, we're coming backwards, downward facing dog. Good. Nice deep breaths again. With an inhale then, look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, push through the feet, let's reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to center. Good, inhaling then feet together. Exhale into your chair. As we exhale again, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, take a twist. And with an exhale, shift the weight into the left foot. Let's take the right leg back. As we exhale then, hands down either side of that left foot. Sink the hips or into a runner's lunge. And with this exhale, let's drop the right heel down, coming into extended side angles. With an inhale, let's open the chest. Good, as we exhale then, hands down, walk them to the long edge of your mat. Take your legs out wide and come into that wide leg forward fold. So keeping your eyes on your knees again, let's send them forward. And then exhale, let's start to soften the body down. Elbows squeezing in towards each other. Lengthening forward then with an inhale. Relaxing the body down as we exhale. Moving with the breath. Nice and long through the back of the body. Stretching those legs. And just working wherever we can tonight. Brilliant. So with an inhale, lift yourself back up level with those hips, heel toe those feet in towards each other, then bring them to about hip width, about mat width even. We're coming into that squat. So we'll take an inhale. Exhale, heels on the floor then if we can, or lifting off, rising up onto those toes if that feels better. Using those elbows against the legs as a bit of a lever. Good. Top of the head's lift into the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, brilliant. So with an exhale then, hands down, lift the hips up and just take the heels out again. So let's start to bend into our left knee. Can we tuck our left elbow behind the knee? Thinking about turning the arm upside down again and taking that bind. Using a towel or a jumper instead. Rolling the right shoulder back and then straightening that left leg if you can. So a bit more of an advanced posture, straightening up. Good, and we're rolling the chest backwards. Rolling the shoulders toward that left leg. Yeah, well done. So with an exhale then, undo the bind. Turning those left toes back round, facing the short edge of your mat again. Turn onto your right toes. Inhaling then into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, slide forward, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah, well done. With an inhale then, look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, push through the feet, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to center. Feet to touch then, inhale. Exhale into chair. As we exhale again, then left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Exhale, shift the weight into the right foot, take the left leg all the way back into a lunge. With an exhale again, then hands down, sinking those hips, chest lifts. Great, exhale, then dropping the left heel down, hands down wherever we can. And with an inhale, let's reach the right arm, the left arm even to the ceiling. Good. As we exhale, then hands to the long edge of the mat. Turn those toes out, heels in. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to soften the body down. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here. With an inhale, lengthen up again. Heel toe those feet in. And with an exhale, we're sinking back down into the squat. Good. Brilliant. So with an inhale, we're straightening back up. Maybe heel toe those feet out once or twice. Right knee bends, an arm underneath that right leg. Flip the hand round. Take the bind. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here again. So I don't know if we've done this one before. Let's just get used to this one. Straightening up through the right leg a bit more if we can. Rolling the chest open. Yeah, good. So with an exhale then, let's undo the hands. Bring them back round to the short edge of your mat then and turn the left foot in to a 45-degree angle. Hips and shoulders square forward. Let's lengthen with an inhale. Relaxing that body down as we exhale. Moving with the breath, lengthening. And then softening. Really working that right hip back as we pull the top of the head forward. Great. So with an inhale, lengthen forward again. Left hand onto that right leg. Let's do a revolved triangle. Right hand lower back. So can we press through the whole of that right foot? So just check in with your right foot now and see what's happening. So if it's wobbling a bit, adjust so that the four corners of that foot are pressing down nice and strong. Let's lengthen forward with an inhale. Exhale, twist the chest open. Right shoulder draws back. Four corners of the right foot press down. Right arm extends to the ceiling then to make it trickier. Yeah, well done. So with an exhale, come back round to centre. So we'll keep the right hand on the lower back and take that left hand a little bit further forward. Use a block then if you need to. Soft bend through the right knee. We're coming up into revolved half moon. Send the weight forward. And again, check in with your right foot. Four corners of the foot press down. Let's lengthen forward then with an inhale. Exhale, gently twisting the right shoulder back. Chest twist towards the right side. Right arm to the ceiling then if you want to. Take some deep breaths. With an exhale then, hands back down. Good, let's set the left foot back. Inhale, we're coming back to a plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, sliding forward and up. And then exhale, tucking those toes under into your downward dog. Really good, deep breaths. With an inhale, then look forward, feet to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, push through the feet, reach to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to center. Brilliant. Inhale, feet touching then as we exhale now down into your chair. As we exhale again, right shoulder, right elbow even to the outside of the knee, take a twist. Exhale, weight in the left leg, take your right leg back. With an exhale then, hands down either side of your left foot. Sink the hips, lift the chest. With an exhale, right heel comes down, left hand down wherever you can. Inhale, let's open up into extended side angle. Good, as we exhale, then hands down, turn to the long edge of your mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. A couple of deep breaths here. Inhale, come back up level with those hips. Heel toe those feet in. And then with your exhale, we're sinking down into that squat again. We'll take a couple of deep breaths there. Good. Well, with an exhale, then hands down, lift the hips, take that feet, heel toe them out again. Left knee bends this time, left elbow to the inside of the knee. Turning the hand round and take the bind, drawing the shoulders back and straightening up through that left leg. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here again. Yeah, well done. So with an exhale, let's undo the bind. Hands either side of your left foot. So turn your left toe back round. Right foot comes round into that 45-degree angle. Hips and shoulders square forwards. Hands on blocks in if we need to. Let's lengthen. And then soften the body down as we exhale. Moving with the breath. Moving forward with an inhale. And relaxing the body down as we exhale. Trying to find that connection then with the right heel onto the mat. Stretching the back of the left leg. Good, so with an inhale, let's lift ourselves back up about level with our hips. Right arm reaches forward then this time, left hand lower back. Let's shift the weight forward then, left foot, right hand. Oh no, we missed one. Oh, we'll do this one first and then we'll come and do revolve triangle. So pressing through the whole of that left foot then, let's lengthen forward with an inhale. And as we exhale then, twist the chest open. Coming into your revolved half move. Drawing that left shoulder back. The left arm can reach to the ceiling then if you want to make it trickier. Focusing on that breathing. Extending that right leg out behind us. Good, so with an exhale, bring your hands back down. Sorry, you're going to have to step your right foot back into that 45-degree angle again. Square your hips forward. Right hand's on left leg, left hand lower back. Let's press through the whole of that foot again, lengthen forward. And as we exhale, then twist the chest open. Go into extended side angle. So left arm can reach up again. And you're working the hips back, top of the head moves forward. Yeah, well done. So with an exhale, let's come back round then. Drop the hands down. Taking your right foot a bit further back as we inhale. Let's step back to a plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, slide forward. And then as we exhale, let's go back into a downward dog. Good. Nice deep breaths there then. With this exhale, let's bring the knees down. So knees underneath your hips. Wrist, elbows, shoulders stacked as well. With an inhale, take our right leg back, drop the heel down. Press to the outside of that right foot. Left hand comes underneath the shoulder. Nice easy side plank then for a change. Right arm to the ceiling. It's pressing into the outside edge of that leg. And with an exhale, let's bring the hand back down, slide your right knee back in. Same on the other side. So inhale, take the left leg back, drop the heel down. Right arm stacks, and with an inhale, let's open up to the other side. Good. With an exhale, let's bring the hands back down. Good. Come on to hands and knees again. Knees stay underneath those hips. Let's come into puppy pose. We're reaching those arms forward, forehead on the block or on the mat. Let those shoulders sink towards the mat. You've got a bit of a dip through the upper back. Take some deep breaths there. Bringing those hands closer towards the knees then, if it feels like too much of a stretch. Yeah, good. So with an inhale, let's bring ourselves back up onto our hands and knees. Let's move our right hand towards the center of the mat a little bit. And we'll do thread the needle. So we can take the left arm up or left hand on your lower back, whichever feels best. So with an inhale, let's open the chest. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right one. Bring the left ear down onto the floor. Press into that right hand, then try and flip yourself onto your back. So you've got a bit of a twist going on through the upper back. And then see how you feel. So staying there, right hand can rest on that lower back. Keep twisting the right shoulder back though. Or arm can reach to the ceiling. You could maybe take the right foot back and rest the toes or extend the leg out behind. Working wherever we can. And trying to cool the body down a bit. Yeah, good. So with an exhale, hand and knee come back in. And as we inhale, push through your right hand and bring yourself back up onto those hands and knees. So this time then the left hand comes towards the center. Right hand lower back or right arm to the ceiling. So with an inhale, reaching up, opening up the chest. Exhale, threading right arm underneath the left. Arm and ear come down. Press into the left hand to send the left shoulder behind you. And then see how you feel. So left hand on the lower back or left arm extends to the ceiling. Left foot back, toes on the floor, or left leg extends out behind. So work wherever you can. Nice deep breaths again. As we exhale, then hand and knee come back in. And with an inhale, push through that left hand to bring yourself back up onto those hands and knees again. Good. So let's come to lay on our backs. And we'll come to lay down. We'll bring those knees towards the chest. Give them a good old squeeze in. Lower back pushes on the mat. Let's just move that weight then from side to side. And just gently rocking over the spine. Great. So with an exhale, let's take a twist. Right knee comes over to the right side. Rolling the knees over to the right side even. Left knee on top. Rolling that left shoulder down, arms out nice and wide. Both shoulder blades on the mat. Adjusting those legs then if we need to. Maybe rolling the neck to the left side. And let's just take some deep breaths. Just in any part of the body that's feeling a bit too tight. And with an inhale then, we'll bring the neck to center. We'll squeeze the legs towards each other then. Let's start to roll those back to center as well. And then we'll give those knees a squeeze in. So knees towards the chest, and we're just rolling that weight around on the spine. And with an exhale, let's roll the knees towards the left side this time. So left knee down, right knee on top. Right shoulder comes back down onto the mat. Arms out into that capital T position if you want to. And neck can look to that right side. Now let's take some deep breaths. Brilliant. So with an inhale, neck to center. We'll squeeze the legs towards each other and roll them back to center as well. Giving those knees a good old squeeze in. And just rocking that weight over the spine. We can roll up onto those shoulders as well, if that's where you hold on to any tension. Maybe starting to move it round on that lowest part of the spine. And just taking those knees wide, just moving the hips round a little bit, taking them round in one direction. Back in the opposite direction as well. Great. So when you're ready then, let's come into Shavasana. So if you want to pop any extra layers on, you can do. And then finding yourself a comfy position laying down. Putting an eye pillow on as well if you got one. And then when you're ready, just come in to lay down. So we can have feet on the floor with the knees bent. Having those legs flat on the floor. And just gently closing the eyes. And gradually let that breath go back to normal again. And just allowing the mind to relax. So we'll let go of any tensions or frustrations that we might have. And just starting to notice if the body's aligned symmetrically onto the mat, or both sides of the body holding weight equally. And just noticing all the places on the back of the body that are pressing onto the mat. And just let those areas relax. And getting heavier and heavier. And back of the neck is nice and relaxed, softening all the way down the spine. And relaxing all the way down the backs of those legs. I'm doing a lot with the hamstrings tonight. And just allowing the whole body to completely relax and absorb all the benefits from the practice that we've just done. So we'll just take a couple of really deep breaths again. And just gently bringing some movement back into those fingers. And then back into those toes. When you're ready, we'll take a real big full body stretch, reaching out through those hands and through the feet. We'll bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a good old squeeze in again. Starting to move that weight around on the spine. And then when you're ready, we'll just roll ourselves over onto our right side. We'll just take a couple more deep breaths there. And when you're ready, we can come back up to seated.